Hi, Stacy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
Where
doing well.
did you bring me to?
Oh, this is Career Spark. We're set up for an opportunity for the kids to do some broadcasting and kind of get an idea of what it might be as a career in broadcasting of some sort, whether it's podcasting, which is going to be more of our future, TV or radio or any of those things. So
what a fun day to get involved in.
it is fun. There's a lot of kids here.
So we're going to talk to EDC and Junior Achievement today, right?
Yep, that's it.
Let's do this.
All right.
Hey everybody, we're here at Career Spark in Peoria, Illinois, and I've never been here before. So what's happening here?
So this is Career Spark. It's a giant regional career expo for 8th graders across the region. So between 2 days here at the Civic Center, we have about 4,200 8th graders from about 60 different schools.
4,200?
4,200 students from 60 schools across 8 counties. And the purpose of this event is to really help our 8th graders explore what careers are like the most important to our region. So how can we help them make better decisions for high school about what courses they should be taking and what are those careers that ideally they could be walking into in the next like 5 or 6 years.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So how long has this been going on?
So this is our second year.
Okay.
We started last year. We had about 3,200 kids, so we tacked on about 1,000, which was our goal. We expanded the footprint, so we have about, I think we have like 95,000 square feet in these 4 halls that are put together. So it's a huge event. We have about 430 volunteers from about 120 different companies from around the region. And again, it's really helped drive that decision making and really spark interest in our 8th graders so they know what careers that are the most the most important for our region.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So give us an idea of what businesses are here and what these kids are getting to try out.
Sure. So the space itself is broken out into 4 very large zones. Within each zone, there's 2 different industry sectors. So we're standing right here in the arts, AV, tech, and communications zone, but that zone is also shared with agriculture. So we have agriculture right behind us. We have manufacturing and business and finance next door. We have a whole zone for health sciences, and then we have law, government, and public safety.
Wow.
So we kind of break it out into 7 to 8 different industries to really showcase kind of the most important industries in our region.
Wow. This is so cool. So right now we're even kind of demoing. We've got some kids behind us that are at the microphones trying it out, seeing if they'd like to do that. It's tons of fun and very interesting. Do you have a favorite one that's here that you'd like to do?
I got to pick favorites? Am I supposed to do that? You know, you're not supposed to have a favorite kid or whatever.
That's true. This is a little different, something that you're more passionate about.
Yeah. I think the coolest things is like, how do you make things hands-on? So that's one of the things we ask our employers to do is when they come to this event, is don't just stand there and lecture, but really what can you take from your company, and specifically what are those high-need careers that you're going to have 4 or 5 years out, and how do we program some hands-on activities so the kids can actually do it? So manufacturing usually does a stellar job because they bring these like little foundries in a box where kids can actually pour metal and make things. They can metal press. They have some robotic arms they can play with. We have Metamora's robotic team here. It is some drones they've built and stuff like that. So being able to actually showcase what manufacturing is and challenge some of those stigmas. But then healthcare is incredible too. With kind of the biomedical space, we have OSF Jump right behind us here, demonstrating some of their VR program and educational tools. So really showcasing to students that a lot of these careers actually overlap one another more than they think.
So did I even see like some interview questions over there? I think when I was kind of scrolling through, like teaching kids about interviews? Oh yeah, so that's another big thing too, is not only what are the careers, but what are the critical skill sets that any career will need. So our partners at Junior Achievement over here run like a public speaking like flash challenge, and so kids will actually pull a prompt and they have to get on stage and deliver like a 3-minute speech to their friends, like right on the spot. So trying to engender, you know, those communication skills being super important to any career, not just any specific one. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories from last year?
Yeah.
Some impacts that were made? So
we do a pre and post survey with all the kids, or try to get all the kids. Last year, what was a really kind of a standout for us was that between the pre and post survey, so the students answer questions about like what careers they're interested in before they come to the event, and then we ask them that same set of questions afterwards.
Sure.
What we found was that after the students came to Career Spark, on their exit surveys, they reported that about 70% of them actually found a career that they didn't know existed, and they're actually interested in pursuing that.
Wow.
So being able to, again, when you think of manufacturing, what does that look like at the career level? And so actually exposing kids to what a career in being an assembler is, or being in a foundry, or being on a maintenance tech and working on these robotics. So being able to actually so being able to actually show those kids what those careers are and send them away with that knowledge so they can use that in high school.
Sure. Controlled chaos.
Controlled
right?
chaos. There's only so much we can do. Yeah.
But this is so much fun. And something that I know that Tim and I have heard along the way too is that sometimes kids just want to dream.
Sure.
They want to be able to visualize,
Yep.
what can I do when I get older? Like they haven't a clue. And so this is just so perfect. So thank you for putting this on. And,
Of course.
I mean,
And
also welcoming that many 8th graders at the same time.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're very fortunate. So we have a leadership team. It's not just me. We have planning partners from Junior Achievement. Caterpillar provides a lot of logistics professionals to help think through the arrival schedule of all the buses, make sure we have all the materials. So thousands of hours of preparation for this event between, 6 or 8 different people. So I'm been really, really fortunate to have such a great team to help put it on. So it's really a collective effort between about 5 or 6 key organizations.
And growing by 1,000 from last year. I mean, congratulations.
Yeah, and so
awesome.
With this floor space, we actually have room to accommodate about 7,000 kids.
Wow.
And so we're trying to figure out what it looks like to scale, because even though we have 60 unique schools here from 8 counties, we still don't have all the schools in our region here. So trying to make sure that next year we can do a better job at getting the message out and getting more students and more schools involved.
So I guess with that, how can we help? Like, how can we, is it just spreading the word?
Yep, so we're, as soon as this thing wraps up at like 2 p.m. today, we'll be starting to planning for next year. And then as soon as we have those dates nailed, we're going to do a better job at getting the kind of save the dates out. And so keep your eyes and ears peeled. And when you see that, if you have your student is in a school and they're going in 8th grade, if you know the principal, feel free to send it to the save the date so we can make sure that they're in the loop.
And then volunteers.
Volunteers, so yeah.
How many of those do you need here?
So a couple hundred. So we start recruiting volunteers probably in the spring of next year. So probably around March or April of 2019, we'll start to lay out what our needs are. And we'll communicate that out through our communication channels at the Greater Peoria EDC and then also Junior Achievement. And so we'll make sure to loop the Peoria Life team in there so we can get the word out and maybe do a video promo before the event so get people a little hyped up. So yeah.
This is so incredible.
Yeah.
Great work.
Thank you so much.
We have a quick moment in between breaks with all the kids. We're here with John Farmer. And who are you with?
I'm with Jump Trading Simulation and Education Center, which is part of OSF Healthcare.
Okay, so you're kind of that new tech building. Is that kind of what it is?
Yeah, it's a facility that was built to train clinicians on high-risk situations.
That's awesome, and it's one of the only ones. There are very few in the country doing what you guys are doing. So what are you guys doing for the kids today?
Well, today we're showing off some of the different ways that we can take educational content and make it more engaging. We have to train technicians on new techniques and new tools, and it's kind of boring to put them in a classroom and have them watch a PowerPoint for 3 hours.
Right.
So one of the ways we can alleviate that is by wrapping the educational content in more engaging tools. Some of the ways we do it is using apps. We do mobile apps that we've created. We have AR apps that we've created, VR apps that we've created, as well as we use illustration, animation, visual effects, stop motion, 3D modeling, anything really. It's anything that's out there right now. We try to use it and throw it at this problem that we have, or this issue of making medical education more engaging.
Awesome. New technology, great technology here in Peoria.
So now I'm here with my friend Mary with Junior Achievement, and we are exploring this.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Mary, tell us about where we are and what's happening.
Oh my gosh, this is such an exciting couple of days. We're at the Civic Center, and over the course of these 2 days, we have, as you can probably hear in the background, roughly 4,000 8th graders coming through over the course of 2 days, so 1,000 or 2,000 kids a day. And it is kind of like controlled chaos. But the overwhelming feedback that I'm getting from the adults that are with the kids is that they're engaged. and they're really amazed that the students are engaged. That is so important because, as you know, this age group, it can be kind of different. And the fact that they're experiencing things that are keeping them not entertained but engaging to them could maybe open the door to something they want to think about maybe being once they graduate from high school.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is so cool. So let's share with our viewers, since we haven't chatted in a while.
Sure.
Tell them more about Junior Achievement.
Okay, so Junior Achievement actually starts in kindergarten and goes through high school. This is a special project that we're doing that basically happens beyond just our normal JA programming, which is volunteer-led in the classroom. With this particular Career Spark, they have a special program called JA Inspire, and JA Inspire is teacher-led, but it's basically having multiple sessions and videos to get the students prepared for today. So our 3 pillars is they are career readiness, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship. Obviously, Career Spark is a big career readiness push, and so we believe that strategically 8th grade is a great time for kids to experience their occupations that they might pursue later. Soon they're going to be registering for their high school classes, so this gives them some idea of maybe the kinds of classes they would want to register for over the course of the 4 years.
This is so cool.
So, yeah.
And you guys use a lot of volunteers.
We do. Yeah, so for our normal programming for Junior Achievement, this last school year we had about 600 volunteers that went into the classroom. We set a record actually with 17,000 students this past year.
17,000.
Yeah, we had 17,000 students, and we were in 7 counties, so that's new for us to go into that number of counties. And so this year we've got not only Career Spark, but we're starting a new program called the Youth Entrepreneurship Project with a goal and a focus of inspiring and preparing more entrepreneurs. So if we can get high school kids interested in starting their own business, maybe they'll stay here, start their business here, and be contributors to our local economy.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Another thing that we love about Peoria, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's the kids.
Yeah.
It's the kids that are here. It's what Junior Achievement is doing. It's, you know, just being able to have all these volunteers come together.
Right.
Come together and, you know, have so many awesome things come out of it.
It's a very giving community.
I love
it. Really is a giving community, and I personally am humbled every day at the number of people that give their time, their talent, and their treasure to support organizations such as ours. Yeah.
I bet you guys already have volunteers that come back that were your kids.
We do have volunteers that come back, but with that said, we still have about 50% of our volunteers we have to start all over again for one reason or another. Sure. They move away, they retire, they're too busy at work. So we're in the thick right now of trying to recruit many volunteers for even this fall and then looking to the spring.
Okay.
So if anybody out there has an interest in doing something that's really pretty fun, doesn't take a lot of time, you've been a volunteer, so you can speak to it.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
Absolutely. So if somebody wants to volunteer, where would they go?
They could call us at 682-1800. They can email us. Okay. They could go to our website, centralillinois.ja.org, and there's a whole volunteer sign-up process that's out there as well. Okay. So it's really pretty easy. They go through about a 45-minute training session, and then we introduce them to the teacher. They contact their teacher, and then the rest is pretty simple. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So get involved today. We appreciate your time. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
PeoriaLife.com.
We have what's going on here?
So this is Career Spark. This is our second year.
It's okay. Whenever you're ready.
Can we do bloopers?
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Do you want me to say we're here today at Career Spark?
Yep.
Okay. And you know all about this?
Painfully so, yeah. So being able to actually so being
Starting again? All right.
Let's get a clean take of controlled chaos for. Do we need to turn them down a little bit?
I really don't know how to come up after that.
Are we having a conversation?
We are having a conversation.
All right.
Hey everybody, we're here at Career Spark in Peoria, Illinois, and I've never been here before. So what's happening here?